Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to FPL Talk Part 46, and it is double game week 32. Ladies and gents, how we doing, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes? Hope you're doing well on this wonderful Easter holiday weekend. We've had a bank holiday Friday, haven't we? I hope you're enjoying the weekend. I hope you're up to lots of stuff this Easter, treating the kids, doing an Easter egg hunt or something fun like that. So there you go. So without further ado, let me share my screen so you guys can see what I can see, and we'll go straight in at the deep end. Of course, we will. So previous game week details. Let's have a quick look. As always, go over the history of what's happened. So as you can see straight away, I had 76 points out of the average 56. I'm a happy bunny. Indeed, I am. It paid off in the end to bring in all those Crystal Palace and all of those players from Crystal Palace and Man City and all the teams, Newcastle, of course, as well. So let's go straight into the fixtures and the results from that weekend. Don't forget that was game week 31. It was a 32, should I say, rather, and it was all the details and all the bits are here. So game week 32 is Man City 5-2 winners against Crystal Palace. I am happy in the sense, mainly because Mamouche scored, of course. Not happy from the clean sheet perspective. Ismail Assar got me an assist as well, so that's good. So goals from De Bruyne, Kovacic, Rakitic, O'Reilly, and Mamouche. For City, De Bruyne, Edison, Gundogan, and Gonzalez assist. Chris Richards, I was considering, if you remember, I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, game weeks ago. I was considering bringing in Chris Richards. I went for Lacroix instead, played it safe. Lacroix in the end got a yellow card and didn't do particularly great. Chris Richards getting a goal, as they get a goal. Wharton and Ishmael assist bonus points then went to Kovacic, who got 3, De Bruyne got 2, 1 for O'Reilly and 1 for Moosh. Bit surprised that no Crystal Palace players got only bonus points, but fair enough. Man City win 5-2. Brighton 2-2 draw with Leicester. Bit surprised by that one. I thought Brighton would beat them. Beat Leicester in the end, but they didn't. Leicester got a point, which is good. 2 goals for João Pedro, 1 for Dringa, and 1 for O'Reilly assist-wise. Navidi got a goal, Akoli got a goal, and El Hanous got the assist in that game at a 2-2 draw. Bonus points went 3 to João Pedro, 2 to Mavidi, and 1 to El Hanous. And we had a 1-0 win for Everton. Surprised by that one as well. Very surprised. The goal from Abdullah Doucouré and this is from McNeil. I could see that coming, by the way, in the match. I did watch that game and I thought, oh, the moment they brought on McNeil, I thought, oh, here we go. They looked a little bit more potent. Bonus points ended up going to 3 to Doucouré, 2 to Pickford, and 1 to Tarkowski in a 1-0 win for Everton against Forest. Southampton, Aston Villa, very good game, very good performance. Bad for me because I had Marcus Rashford, and once again he didn't do anything. So goal for McGinn, goal for Watkins, goal for Marlon, assist for Rodgers, assist for Tielemans, and an assist for Asensio in a 3-0 win for Aston Villa against Southampton. Bonus points went 3 to Ramsdale, 2 to Watkins, and 1 to Konza. Surprised by Ramsdale's 3 bonus points. I mean, I know he saved 2 penalties, but you know, until that point he didn't do a great deal. But there we go, 16, I guess, in the end for Ramsdale. Surprising amount of bonus points there for him. Arsenal 1-1 draw. Very disappointed in this one. Firstly, I had Saka in the team and he didn't really do anything in the game, and I also had Raya and they conceded, didn't they? But Reece once again getting a goal for Brentford, and Collins assist. Thomas goal for Arsenal with a Rice assisted a 1-1 draw. The bonus points went 2 to Thomas, 3 to Wisa, and 1 to Collins. And then we move over to Sunday's games. 2-2 draw, Chelsea, Ipswich. Surprised by that as well. Sancho getting the goal, Madueke getting the assist, Palmer getting an assist, and Cisco getting the goal for Ipswich, Johnson getting a goal as well, and Cisco getting an assist, and Johnson getting an assist. Very good between the two of them. And OG from Twanzavy meant 2-2 draw. Bonus points were 1 to Neto and 3 to Enciso, 2 to Johnson from Ipswich. Then we have the 2-1 win for Liverpool. Very good. Unhappy I didn't get a clean sheet. We missed 1 goal from Diaz and Virgil. Salah getting an assist, finally getting some points. McAllister getting an assist, and Robertson's OG meant that it was 2-1 in the end. Bradley 3 bonus points, Diaz 2, and Virgil 1. Is Bradley going to be next season's big pick for Liverpool with Trent leaving? That's a big question. Wolves 4-2 win against Spurs, heaping the pressure on Postecoglou if it wasn't for the win midweek against Frankfurt. Ait Nouri getting the goal, Cunha getting the goal, Strand Larson, Ait Nouri assist, and Munitisi getting the assist. Richarlison, a goal, Tell goal, Johnson assist, and Romero assist for Spurs in the 4-2 win for Wolves. Aitner getting 3 bonus points, Cunha getting 2, and Tell getting 2 as well. And then we move over to the wonderful game between Newcastle and Man United. That was my pick for the weekend in terms of matches. 4-1 win, though, to Newcastle at the end, and not a single goal in sight for Isak in that game, neither. 4-1. Barnes, 2 goals. Bruno Guimaraes with a goal. Tonali getting a goal as well. Isak, Murphy, and Jolinton with the assist. At least Isak got a point because I did captain him. Garnacho, goal, and Dallo got assist in that one. 4-1. Disappointed, wasn't clean sheet. 3 bonus points. Barnes, 2 Tonali, and 1 to Bruno Guimaraes. Monday's game, Bournemouth against Fulham, 1-0 win, Semenyo with the goal. That is all that happened. Could have easily been a 0-0 draw, that one in the end. Ariza Bagala getting the 3, the goalkeeper naturally Kepa. Semenyo getting 2, and Huijsen do really well this season, getting 1. All eyes on Huijsen in the summer. And then we had the second double game week match, didn't we, for Newcastle, where they got a 5-0 win against Crystal Palace. Barnes goal, Isak goal, Murphy and Shah. Brilliant. Assists, Barnes, Murphy, Jolinton, Tonali, and Trippier. 5-0 winners. Bonus points went, let's give some to Murphy, 3. Let's give 2 to Shah, 1 to Barnes, 1 to Trippier, and nothing to Isak, of course, even though he scored. But that's purely because I have no idea. He didn't get a yellow card. There's no logical reason why he didn't. He played, how many minutes did Isak play? He played 71, so sufficient minutes as well. 5-0 win. So anyway, we move over to the points that I got. As you saw a moment ago, I got 76. I'm a happy buddy. 2 points to Raya for that game against Brentford. Nico obviously conceded against Everton, so he got 2. Byrne got 7 because he carried 2 fixtures, didn't he? 2 and 5. Lacroix got a -1, didn't do well. Conceded lots against City as well. Jacob Murphy got 19. Why didn't I captain him? Ismail Assar got 7. Rashford 3. Salah with his assist 6. Isak getting 22, which is good. Mamouche getting 7, and Mateta getting 2. Areola getting 2 on the bench. Saka 1, Konate 2, and Ruben Dias 1. So pretty good. 76 happy. Every single week, as I've said before, I look to target beating the average points for that game week, and I did. I'm not in that mini league side of things, so it doesn't matter too much in terms of anything else. So we now look at the team for the game week 33 coming up. Don't forget, it's a 1:30 cut-off point tomorrow, 19th of April. And this is my team. Raya in goal, 2 games, double game week at Arsenal, Ipswich and Crystal Palace away. Konate, Leicester away. Ruben Dias, Everton and Aston Villa. I think it looks like, yep, Aston Villa. 2 game weeks, double game week for them. This is what I built up for. Lacroix getting Bournemouth and Arsenal. Double game week for him. Saka, Ipswich and Crystal Palace. And you'll see the armband has gone on to Bukayo Saka, Ismail Assar, Bournemouth and Arsenal. Rodgers, double game week. Newcastle, Man City. Salah, one of the few players of the single game week. He goes straight in. Leicester away. Has to be him in there. Isak, Aston Villa away. Mamouche, double fixture. Everton, Aston Villa. Mateta, Bournemouth and Arsenal. Bench is very simple. Areola, Southampton. I'm thinking maybe Murphy instead of Isak, but I'll keep him on the bench for now. Nico Williams, Tottenham away. Byrne, Aston Villa away on the bench. So that is the fixtures. Brentford versus Brighton. I can see a win for Brighton in that one. Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. I can see a draw in that one. Everton, Man City, win for Man City in that one, I think. West Ham versus Southampton. West Ham, I think, will win that game. Aston Villa, Newcastle. Tricky one. Scrape Newcastle win on that one, I think. Fulham, Chelsea just about to win that. Ipswich, Arsenal win. Man United, Wolves. Man United win on that one. Leicester and Liverpool. I wonder if I'm going to go for Liverpool win, and quite comfortably as well. Spurs, Nottingham Forest. Tricky game, that one. That's on Monday. I could see a draw in this one, possibly a 1-1. City versus Aston Villa. Manchester City win in this one, just about purely because they're home for that game. And Arsenal, Crystal Palace, draw. Yes, even though it's at the Emirates, I can see Arsenal drawing that match. I really can. Crystal Palace, I think, will frustrate them. Even though I'm an Arsenal fan, I think they'll win the first and draw the second game, thus almost handing the title pretty much to Liverpool, because I've read somewhere that apparently Liverpool can win the league if results go their way this weekend. So we move over to the wonderful Reddit, and I like to look at Reddit purely for really ideas, options in that sense as well. But more importantly, I like to see the price change, which is what I show all the time. Raya has gone up to 5.6 and Rogers has gone up to 5.7. Mbuema's gone down to 7.9. Raul's gone down to 5.3. And Gakpo's gone down to 7.2. And Bruno Fernandes has gone down to 8.5. And then we'll finally finish off, as I like to do every single time, looking at what's going to change according to the price predictor. Mamouche is going to go up to 7.7. De Bruyne is probably going to go up to 9.4. Justin down to 4. King down to 3.9. It would be. Wood potentially go down to 3.9. Anderson, been saying this for a while, potentially going down to 4.1. Howard Bellis 3.9. Kwanzaa going down to 3.8. Hill 3.8 maybe. Gordon 7.3 potentially. Evans going down to 4.3. Foden potentially go down to 9.1. Aina 5.1. He's injured. Bailey 6.1 and Wilson going down to 5.1 this evening. Anything else happening? No, everything else is going to happen tomorrow. Saliba, Barnes, Gvardiol and Saka to keep an eye on in terms of the price rising. So the big news, ladies and gents, this week or this game week just gone, Virgil van Dijk has also signed a contract, hasn't he, with Liverpool. I haven't posted anything on X about this. Busy bee this week. But yes, he's signed a new contract in 2027, so he will be a fantasy asset, as will Mo Salah next year. But as I mentioned, a little cuff point there, could Bradley, the right fullback or right wing back at Liverpool, be the man to watch next season if you want to get into the Liverpool team? Quite frankly, it's going to be him or Alisson. In terms of cheap, I think maybe Konate, but they're looking at maybe bringing in another centre-back at Liverpool. So that's something to keep an eye on if they do bring in another centre-back. As for left-back, you don't really want to look at that because they're looking at Kirkes, aren't they, to replace Robertson? Or even to compete with him. So the right-back side might be quite an interesting one, really, to keep an eye on in terms of players. So that's my team for this game week. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, as always. As you can see up in the corner of the screen, my X and my YouTube handle are on there as well. I'm also on the wonderful Facebook, AJ85 channel, and I'm also on Twitch, which is one of the live stream options as well. A_J_P_8_5. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and we can be special friends. But I'm doing a slightly earlier podcast. I will be posting it up on the wonderful YouTube. It is a bit of a strange one because obviously I'm coming to you live from the house, but in the bedroom, in the boudoir. Yes, because tomorrow morning I won't be able to do a live podcast, unfortunately. So this is the live podcast for tomorrow. I wanted to get it in. I wanted to get you wonderful people the chance to see a video of what I'm going to be doing, what I've planned to do. I don't think I'm going to make massive changes anymore. I have been looking at options, but I think the big sort of change this game week, as you can see, is there in midfield. Out went Rashford. I got a bit fed up with him. He's not playing full 90. He played in midweek against Paris Saint-Germain, so his minutes might be controlled a little bit. So I went with Morgan Rogers. I think he was very safe there, and he's done quite well. And let's be honest, going into the season at 5.7, you can't really go wrong now. I go at 5.6 before the price rise. I think my team looks solid. Now, my plans for the next few game weeks, and even this game week coming up, I'm considering maybe a triple captain. Won't necessarily do a bench boost. I'm just thinking about the players in the future who might have the best double fixture. And I honestly think that Saka versus Ipswich and Crystal Palace could well be a good shout for triple captaining. The only possible issue is that really his minutes been managed a little bit in the league because of his injury, but he played quite a bit of time against Real Madrid. Pretty much the majority of the match he played, didn't he, Bukayo Saka? On the flip side, though, the fixtures, though he's got a double fixture the next game week, the reality is, and he might be managed a little bit, I still think he might be getting a few more minutes over the 60 plus in the pair, so that's a positive. So they have Ipswich and they have Crystal Palace, Arsenal. The reverse fixtures went as follows. They beat Ipswich 1-0, not a massive amount. Crystal Palace, they beat them 5, didn't they? I think it was in the end 5-1 by the looks of it. So anything like that, and we'll take it. So they have Ipswich, Arsenal at away. So it's away to Ipswich. Might do a job against them. Crystal Palace are at home, so we will see. I'm just thinking what other fixture could be a good alternative to do a triple captain on. The alternative this game week would be to bench boost. If I bench boost, I'll look at who I've got on the bench. It's Areola versus Southampton, maybe. Jacob Murphy versus Aston Villa. Yeah, he's in form. Nico Williams, can he get a clean sheet against Spurs? Maybe, but Spurs are scoring, aren't they, really? Aston Villa and Burn. See, I don't see a clean sheet for Newcastle. And if I'm honest, I don't see a clean sheet for Nottingham Forest. Maybe for Southampton. So Areola against Southampton, potentially. Jacob Murphy getting a goal or two, maybe against Aston Villa, possibly. So if I look at those two, I don't know if this week is the best bench boost option. But when will I get another chance? Maybe another double game week. So as you can see, I still have pretty much all my chips left. I played a system manager, I played wildcards, so bench boost, triple captain, and free hit still to go. Wisely, simply fact, free hit will be when there's a blank game week. Triple captain will be when there's the best double game week, maybe very soon, if not this game week. One of the game weeks where there's double, and then bench boost will come either this game week or one of the game weeks to come up, because they need to be used, don't they, people? You need to use your chips. Yes, you do. Don't make your chips go down. So there we go. That is my game week team for this game week. I think it's pretty solid. Lots of double game week players in there as well. In total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 11. That's pretty solid, isn't it, really? I mean, considering Salah, Isak, and Konate are the only 3 that don't have a double game week, I'll take that. They're solid players to have in and around your team. So, ladies and gents, as always, comment, let me know what you guys think. Let me know on X, of course, as well. I will be posting this tomorrow at 8:45, so you guys can check it out then. But otherwise, as always, thank you so much for watching this very shortish video. Not entirely short, but shorter than usual. Hope you have a great rest of the Easter weekend. Hope you have a great game week. Don't forget, this is game week 33, so I hope your game week goes well. But otherwise, I will see you fab people next Saturday for game week 34's preview, and we'll see how we get on. But otherwise, that's my team. I'll scroll through really quickly so you can see I've got 76 points this game week. The game week gone. Let me know what you guys got, and let me know what you think for this game week in terms of predictions for your points. Hope you're doing well. Hope your fantasy teams do well. If not, don't worry. We're all on the same boat to a degree. We've all had tragic weeks previously. We're all looking forward to try and tackle the next few game weeks. I will see you fab people next week. Take care of yourselves. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend. See you soon. I've been AJ, and as always, people, peace.